Yo, what is good out the box? Family. I know you guys saw this title. Either you love it or you hate it. But let's look back in depth into the actual series because there's a misconception that LeBron doesn't have a fair chance. He hasn't had a fair shot in these finals. And just doing more research, I put the teams against each other, and you're telling me this isn't the most even match you can have? Obviously, everybody's enamored by Kevin Durant being great or whatever, but let's just break it down, okay? So we can go point guard for point guard. Steph Curry, 26 points per game, almost 27. Kyrie, 29 points per game, 29.4 to be exact, with Curry out rebounding him by 6 rebounds, by about 5 rebounds. So in that first matchup, you have the Cavaliers. They're they have a better they're having a better output for the series just in that particular matchup. All right, we can go head to head with KD and LeBron. KD's at 35, LeBron's at 33. Similar rebounds, LeBron at 12, KD's at 8. It seems like Cavaliers, I don't want to say that they hit the boards better, but just with that matchup, they did very close in points, only 2 points off. And I think KD won that matchup. People don't want to have that conversation. They just want to make it like LeBron had this impossible matchup that he couldn't beat. Let's keep going. Klay Thompson versus Kevin Love. This is that position battle. It's not they're not the same position. We can make it Klay Thompson versus J.R. Smith. Klay Thompson's at 16 points per game, while J.R. Smith is at 10 points per game. That's a fair matchup when you put into account this next lineup of Draymond Green at 11 and Kevin Love at 16. These two, the shooting guard and power forward positions, are balancing each other out perfectly. Like to the numbers, to the T. Maybe there's a slight edge with the Warriors. Just putting those two positions together. And then when you go down to the center positions, you got Tristan Thompson and Zaza Pachulia. Both guys that, when I look at the numbers, they didn't rebound well. Neither Zaza or Tristan rebound well to be the biggest guys on the court for the series. So I'm just showing you guys this number to these stats to show you that this finals was not some impossible feat type of thing. No, these teams were matched up perfectly, and LeBron lost. So when we want to do this revisionist history and say KD shifted everything, yes, in perspective and just looking at it outside of the numbers. But when you look at the numbers, this KD coming there made it a fair battle. Because think about it. The Warriors aren't a big three. They're not a traditional big three because Klay Thompson's output is always a little bit under 20. Draymond's output is never like 20. You know what I'm saying? Like you're never going to get that from Draymond Green on the scoring part of the thing. But obviously, you can make the focus always about offense and have this conversation. You can even go on the defensive side. To me, the Warriors won on the defensive side, but this matchup was a fair head-to-head matchup. Kyrie versus Steph, very competitive. LeBron versus KD, very competitive. J.R. Smith, Klay Thompson, competitive. Kevin Love and Draymond Green, competitive. Zaza Pachulia and Tristan Thompson. In my opinion, a lot of people would say the Cavaliers have a better team if you just didn't know. If you just like when you look at the microplasm of 20, 25 years, 50 years down the line, you would say, man, they were well equipped to beat these guys. Kyrie played incredible. He outplayed Steph in as far as points. He lost that rebounding battle, which to me is real pivotal. But when you look at the totals, um, the Warriors out rebounded by 2 points, and that was a big tell, and it shifted it to being a overall 7 point difference. It's to me they were too close for it to be a 4-1, a good old gentleman sweep. So, all you Bron fans and like these new NBA historians who are making this clickbait, make sure to put proper context behind the shit. This was a fair matchup, and we've been told that it wasn't a fair matchup because LeBron James is the GOAT and he's the king and he can't lose. But no, I'm letting you guys know he's not the GOAT. I'm going to make a full documentary on it called Numbers. It's going to be comparing LeBron James and Drake, how in their fields, they're both great. I'll never say neither one of those are great, but they're just people that have been able to use a number to um, verify their greatness. And you're like, Cody, well, these are numbers. Look at these numbers, and they'll tell you that this was a fair matchup. When you get even past the numbers, even more so, just on name basis, Kevin Love, Kyrie, and LeBron, just names. That isn't better than KD, Clay, and Steph. And I'm not even adding J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson. Like Draymond Green is not offensively. He's the point guard of the team, in my opinion. Like that's why I'm just going all over the place, but that's why I don't have Steph so high on the point guards list because to me he's a shooting guard. Everything he does is a shooting guard. His actions off the ball, shooting guard. Um, he doesn't traditionally bring the ball up the court like a point guard would do. And I love Steph, but that's just my knock as far as whatever that might be. But Kyrie and Steph to me was the battle. Kyrie and Steph versus LeBron and KD. That was the overarching battle that had to be won. Whoever had the best output between those two, you know what I mean? Between those two matchups, most of the time won the game. And obviously a bench plays a huge part. So as you can see, the Warriors won 4-1 in that series. Um, and they said LeBron's the first player to average a triple-double in the finals. Congratulations, Bron. So now let's go to 28, the rematch. And they got swept, okay, guys? Last year they won one game. This year it was a full sweep. It's like if Kevin Durant stayed with this team, bro, they would have 8 championships. They would be better than the Bill Russell Celtics, in my honest opinion. But that Cavs team is not that far behind them. They just don't have a closer. They have Kyrie was their closer. They don't have LeBron closing the games. That's just not who he is. That's why he cannot be the GOAT, in my opinion. How is he the GOAT and he's not the closer on his own team? Like, we discredit Kobe so much and so often, but it's just like, bro, you're not the closer on your own team, so you're not the GOAT. Like, end the conversation. I know you guys are heated and probably upset. Man, like the video, comment, man. Give me your take on it. Just based on my opinion, like, there's no way you're the GOAT and you don't close for your own team. And that's just that simple. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on it, because it just ain't making sense to me that this is so unfair. You know what I mean? But all right, I'll see y'all on the next one. We out.